Why in the world would we go to anybody else? He showed that he could competently come in here and be a guy within this offense, does something special to win the game in the fourth quarter.
No. There's a clip of him taking snaps, going through his cadence, just so the offensive line can try and get used to his rhythm of the cadence. Like, that's crazy to me. And then you go win a game? I mean, come on, man.
And I use this saying a lot, those who know, and that's all that's important. And that locker room knows what Josh Dobbs did yesterday.
The Minnesota Vikings beat the Atlanta Falcons 31-28. And I just briefly need to discuss, I guess, what football means. In football, what it means is, hey, not everything's going to be beautiful. You're not going to have your starting quarterback every single time. And the guy that you bring in that is new and fresh is going to be young. Maybe he's not going to understand too much about the NFL. But what also could happen is he could get hurt. And then you got to bring a guy who was on another team 14 days ago. And you have to throw him into a situation that's chaotic. And what he does is he turns the ball over early and multiple times. But guess what? You win the game. Right. So the amount of things that this Minnesota Vikings team had to endure, offensively and defensively, endure in order to come out with a legitimate dub, 31-28, as I said. And we have to discuss a few things. First off, Jared Hall looked a lot better than I anticipated, even though it was, a drive and a half, about 2 drives that he had played. And what I saw in the short time that he was there is he is good or okay at taking what the defense gives him and following the concepts. The amazing pass up the sideline to Alexander Madison to get them in the red zone, like, that's beautiful. It was a good pass. He followed direction. He probably understood how and why that was going to be an open shot, and he didn't mess up. And so that's good. He definitely got a little ballsy, though, with that rushing attempt to make a football play, right? He was making a football play. He was trying to make something awesome. And unfortunately, he ends up getting concussed. And so what it does is it unfortunately puts the entire team at a disadvantage. Because why? You're bringing Joshua Dobbs, who won the game, right? We're going to start there. He won you guys the game. So that's beautiful. But he played so unaware. We'll do it that. I don't think he sucked, but he was very unaware of a few things. A, you got to get the ball out when you're in the end zone, okay? You got to get the ball out. And there was an unfortunate, weird safety that happened very early on his first drive. We don't need that. And then his second drive, I think it was his second drive, when he had this weird fumble interception thing. It looked like an interception immediately, but it turns out he just didn't have both hands on the ball. I think his own teammate rushed up on him. The ball goes flying. A defensive lineman gets a quote-unquote fumble recovery, but it looked like an interception. But the thing that was amazing to see, absolutely amazing to see, is Joshua Dobbs having this unfortunate but yet very fortunate mentality of everything lives and dies by my legs. No matter what's happening right now, no matter what is going on in this game, I'm still here, I'm still present, and I'm going to play to my highest ability. And you see it a little bit, right? You see it on his third drive, how he's able to recover certain instances while using his legs. He was getting these amazing third down conversions just from using his legs. And I didn't even think he was that fast. Actually, I didn't think he was that fast. But hey, he's fast enough to get these first downs in the National Football League. So that's beautiful to see. And I'll say this, TJ Hawkinson, he goes 7 receptions for 69 yards, okay? Doesn't get into the end zone. But guys, let me know in the comments if I saw this correctly. I saw him being a lot more physical. I saw him breaking more tackles. I saw him kind of looking for punishment to give out. It seemed as if he knew and understood this team or this offense kind of lives and dies by me, because when you think about it, he's the oldest one out of all of them. And then you have KJ Osborne, where he gets hit with a scary hit, unfortunate hit. And in case you don't know, now you know. He's doing well. He's doing all right. Everything is fine. But that hit was, unfortunate. So TJ has this new role of, he's the guy. I know you have Jordan Addison, who is a rookie, and you have Tristan Jackson, who I honestly did not know of until this game, but he's the dude. And I think he did a great job of showing his numbers multiple times to Josh Dobbs, and also his run after catch ability was great. I think what he did, if anything, is he showed that, hey, it's going to take more than one of you to bring me down, and the first guy's going to get hit. And I love that out of my tight ends. Jordan Addison didn't have the best game, but you're not going to have the best game when you don't have any rapport whatsoever with your quarterback. So I don't know if there are any Vikings fans out there that are kind of yelling at Jordan Addison, or if not, I would hate it. I highly doubt it, but this is going to happen when you do not have rapport, you do not have a legitimate connection with the quarterback that you're playing with. So I hope Joshua Dobbs and Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson can kind of ride this unfortunate weird ship for about 2 weeks, because I'm still not seeing anything on Justin Jefferson. I'm seeing his hamstring could open up a 21-day practice window. I don't know what that means. I guess he can practice for up to 21 days and then make a mark. What do you guys think? Do you guys think you should just shut him down for the rest of the year? I mean, do you guys believe you guys are going to make a legitimate playoff push? Do you guys think you guys have a legitimate shot of making a legit shot to the Super Bowl, to where if you're not, you kind of have to ask yourself, okay, should we just shut down the best receiver in National Football League until next year? Or do you put him in a position, a precarious position, to make him choose, hey, we're winning games with Joshua Dobbs. Let's bring back JJ as soon as possible so we can make a legitimate push. I don't know. Football's weird like that. Let me know in the comments of what you guys think, how your front office should run things in that regard. Now, defense is something that I love the most in the football realm. I love the defensive side of football and, weirdly, the offensive line. Those are where my passions are at. A few things I wanted to discuss. Byron Murphy Jr. Everywhere. He was everywhere. I need to actually know, because as of right now, NFL Plus doesn't have the all-22 film on him. Guys, is he lining up outside and inside? Does he go everywhere? Let me know in the comments. I legit couldn't figure it out. The interception that he had, from my vantage point, it looked as if he's lined up outside, ends up outside, gets the pick from the outside coming in. He was everywhere. He was absolutely everywhere, and he was ferocious, and he was doing amazing things. Byron Murphy, what a solid pickup from Arizona. And that leads me into my next question. Ivan Pace Jr. and Jordan Hicks as your inside linebackers, who I saw were straight up goons. How do you feel about them? How do you feel about your dual linebacker core, which I think is an underrated facet of a legitimate healthy defense? Are the two young athletic linebackers. Ivan Pace was at the Senior Bowl out in Mobile this past year. We talked to him. We chopped it up. He was an undersized linebacker, but he was hitting people out there, literally relinquishing so much pain and punishment. And so you tackle that in with Jordan Hicks as your ally, and then you're going to tell me that Brian Flores is the one that's grooming you guys? But oh my gosh, I legitimately think that the Vikings are in this, y'all are in a weird spot. It's a weird spot because the players don't suck. You know, I think y'all had a weird start, but if Kirk Cousins is still here and with us, and I hate what happened with his Achilles, but I am way more confident on rushing Justin Jefferson back in and rushing the offense to get on one accord immediately, if Kirk Cousins is in the picture. But let me know in the comments where your faith is at, having Jaren Hall, who might come back from concussion protocol, but then also having the electrifying asset of Joshua Dobbs as your quarterback. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys have hope? Are you defeated? Let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe.